Hey, and welcome to the Revenge of the Show, and I'm still keeping up with my reviews of this freaking-tastic series, Master of the Air. And this is episode 5, I believe, and it holds up really, really well. I'm going to be doing a Dune 2 review when that comes out. And anyway, like and subscribe. But this episode is based on the mission that happened on October 10th, 1943. It's the Munster Workers Housing. It's true mission. This episode has a lot of real stuff that did happen. Like when they do announce that they're going to bomb these housing facilities for these railroad workers, they'll give an explanation for it. There was some crew members who had a real problem with it because this was not going after factories. This was going directly at people, civilians. And some of these guys voiced that they didn't want to go on a mission. Now, there's a little bit of difference. They kind of combine two characters or two real people into saying to these people, it's like, this is war, W-A-R, it's war, and we're going to kill people. There's two different characters that say these two different things that they kind of combine them into one character saying it. But it was said. At one point, the one person says, you'll be court-martialed if you don't go on this mission. But that it happened. And when they did do this bombing mission, it's estimated that 700 civilians died in this mission, including a church that you might hear about you do hear about in this episode. But they went on this mission, and there was an estimated 350 German planes that attacked these airplanes. For example, here's what I'm not going to give away what happens with the 100th, but the 13th Division lost 25 of 30 airplanes. The 95th lost 5 of 17. So the 390 lost 8 of 17. It's a lot of people. I mean, in 3 days, because they had a Bremen mission just a few days before this, the 8th lost 88 airplanes. That's nearly 900 men. That's tough. And you get the feeling in this show, and it portrays it quite accurately. Like some guys are like, I'm not going to fly anymore. That's it. I'm not going to fly ever again. A lot of times when these guys did crack up and they couldn't fly anymore, they were told they were going to go to the front line somehow. But a lot of times they just ended up working on the base in some type of capacity. The episode looks great. It's like, if you like I think it was a 4th episode, or 3rd episode rather, you're really going to like this episode. It is really something to see. It gets very graphic and it's very intense. So a moment here where I'll tell you really quick, there's an argument between two people. I'm not going to say who. Who are you? Who's going to bail out of the plane first? That really happened. They did have that discussion. So I want to get into one of the other people in this episode. It's a pilot named Robert Rosenthal. He flies a plane called Royal Flush. And I'll show you pics at the end of the video of the airplane. This is him right here. This guy, he flew a lot of missions. I'll put that at the end of the video too, like right at the end, so it won't really give anything away with what happened with this guy. But let me just go through some of the awards that this guy has. A Distinguished Service Cross, 2 Silver Stars, 2 Distinguished Flying Crosses, 2 Purple Hearts, Air Medals, 8 of them, a Distinguished Flying Cross from the United Kingdom, and a Croix de, I can't say it, you got a medal from France. I'll put it over here. And so that's pretty damn good. So yeah, at the end of the video, look at and see what's going on over there. I try to get these videos out before anybody else gets them out, so I don't want to look at any other videos about what this show is all about and what's going on, blah, 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 all that stuff. Thank you. Like and subscribe. can't tell you how much I'm enjoying this show. Maybe you aren't. I don't know. I love it. If you hate it, I'm sorry, but I love it. Don't get mad. Hey, by the way, one of the reasons why they're not using real B-17s, especially those early model B-17s, I don't think there's any of those early model B-17s that fly in the world. There's like only 8 B-17s that fly, I believe, and none of the B-17s that fly saw combat. So, you know, it's pretty tough to get a bunch of B-17s flying in the air. I mean, it's 2024 for crying out loud. So anyway, again, like and subscribe. There's the man.